in like in a setting like all my dogs are my own, so it's the only dogs going on it. But yeah, it wouldn't be bad. Like the ones at the facility, we usually clean off at the end of the day, just because we have upwards of 30 dogs using them throughout the day. So yeah, it really depends. I also told Megan, kind of a little bit here, but if the dog is like really drooly, we don't want it to like get in the computer part, so I usually just throw like a plastic bag or something over it to protect that.
I don't know how the sound turned out on the last one, so for this one, could I have you go in here, I'll video from here, and you can explain what's happening where it's quieter. I don't know how much of this it's going to pick up.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit. Is that okay?
Like block anyone's view here. If anyone else wants to like go in a little bit further,
Or there's more
in here, so
yeah.
Megan can get the audio.
Should have put mics on you guys and
It would have been extra fancy.
yeah.
So this is where I'm going to turn myself. I'm moving me instead of just pulling straight back, right? To show like I want this dog to turn, not just put pressure on. This dog's really sensitive, so I don't want to pull too hard. Same with when I was going back and forth here. Some dogs you turn and you go. This one I'm giving a little bit and just popping a tiny bit. Because if this dog hit the end of this leash, it's going to be ah! And I don't want the dog to have that be associated to being connected to me. Some dogs, like the dog we just had, I could have just turned and gone the other way. That dog would not have cared. This dog is just going to be a little too much for me. I just want to make sure we have a little bit of trust. I could certainly still have this dog like follow me, but I want him to follow me like because he wants to, because he feels safe, not just because otherwise it sucks, you know.
So can you guys kind of already see too, like how this dog already just feels a little bit more nervous about this situation, right? So like this is one where like this dog, you would not just walk up to the treadmill, put them on and start it right away. Like this dog's gonna need a little bit more of just like walking on and off and being okay with that and seeing it on, because this dog already is, like I said, feeling a little bit more nervous about this situation. So we want them to feel just more confident before we like move forward with the next step.
Well, even just will you exercise?
It is, yeah, even
Still did great stuff.
exactly.
We'll have sessions like this.
Yeah, exactly. There's gonna be dogs where like you will not get what we got with the first dog in like the amount of time we got. So like I said, this is great for this dog right now. And like if this is as far as we get, cool.
Yeah.
You know, like that's great for today.
Yeah.
Well, and see like already feeling a little bit
I know.
more playful, more confident about the whole thing. So this is where like breaking this down into like really small steps, like it seems like a lot or like kind of stupid to us maybe, like great, you're just walking on a treadmill, like whoop-de-doo, but like for the dogs, really taking our time and making it a good experience for them is going to make all the difference.
So part of how I can gauge how this dog's feeling is as I'm walking up each time. If I'm not blocking the treadmill, so I use my body there to block the treadmill so the dog went on. So the next time I come up, I'm gonna give more space, and if the dog's gonna avoid it, that lets me know the dog's not as comfortable. Okay? Good job. So the way I'm gonna do that is I'm just gonna go on this side and see.
And another thing to like note too, this dog really has not like sniffed the treadmill a whole lot. Like I think I noticed him do it once or twice initially, but this dog's not using their nose.
So that's considered avoidance?
A little bit, yeah. She's just like not interacting with it, and see like there.
Yeah.
So that would just be another sign that again, like this dog is not ready for the treadmill to even be on.
Yeah.
Like if that's how they're feeling about it in general.
You can almost see she's following Emily because it's just her natural. She has a relationship with Emily, but she still is nervous about where Emily's taking her in life.
Mm-hmm.
So do you see her tail on here? This tells me how she feels. Her tail is like, it's not tucked, but it's pretty close, and it's flipped out. and it's not moving.
And it's very different than what her tail looks like when she's
Exactly.
over there with Emily.
Once I take her off, you're gonna watch her tail change, and it's because like, yay, we're not on that anymore, right? So that's how I know this dog feels about it.
Let's see.
I want this dog's tail to be like that on here, right? It's not gonna happen until we work through some stuff, right? But that tells me when this dog feels really good, her tail kind of like gives a little sass. That would be my goal for this dog on the treadmill. If I had a goal for her, it would be for her to walk and kind of be like a little happy about it, right? I can certainly sit here and do this and get there today if I really worked on it all day as me doing it. But the average person, this is great for her to just do this. And I mean, having you go on it, like having her watch a dog go on this would be great, just so she can observe. I mean, using these for that would be helpful, just so a dog can start seeing other dogs have a good experience on this thing.
Another thing you guys could do, like with a dog like this, is just have a pile of treats sitting right at the front, and that'll also like help you gauge how the dog's feeling. Guaranteed, if there are treats up there, like this is already a little bit better. See your tail.
Well, a lot of this is like I'm using a little bit. This dog needs a little bit more from me, so I had to soften up a little bit and use a little bit more of like good job. And I'm doing really like my pets to her are gonna be on her chest and under her chin. I'm gonna try and like lift her up to feel good. And I'm gonna like be like not like, oh, she's scared, right? I'm like, you did it. Look at you. You went all the way on this treadmill.
Yeah, having like some treats on there too can be really good for dogs. One, you can gauge how they're feeling, because a lot of dogs aren't going to take food when they're like really stressed. But then when she does get to a point where she's like feeling better about it, like it's just a little bit of a reward, just like waiting there for her.
So part of this dog, this is pressure. This is limiting her space. So I'm gonna pop these off for her.
It took me forever to get those on.
It's just the way you have,
They are
sorry.
really annoying.
You'll learn how to put them on and off really well. It's all about tipping first.
Yes.
This is just gonna